Alright, morning everybody. We're changing pace this morning, so the wife and kids are all down sick, not feeling great, so I'm switching to games that I can play that I can actually pause and step off if I need to. Still probably won't be on super late, or super long. Nonetheless, we're switching games for a little while here. So, this is Sacred. It's an old, over-the-top, hack-and-slash, open-world RPG. Not too many people are probably familiar with it. There's a second one. I haven't actually played the second one. There's 2 campaigns on it, Oncaria being the primary. Finally found some third-party software to actually get it full screen and actually let it play. So, this is totally going to be different than what I normally stream, but it'll be fun nonetheless. So, not going to do anything until the stupid Twitch ad rolls. Let me see if I can pause this really quick. It's not going to let me. Okay, well, that is what it is. So, we're just going to have to wait until that runs. But, nonetheless, extremely customizable game for replayability. Still one of my favorite open world RPGs there is. There we go. There's my snooze option. That's what I wanted. Sweet. That gives us a 5-minute buffer. So, you pick your campaign.
I'm a gladiator.
Gladiators. So,
I'm a
obviously,
gladiator.
melee brute force
in close
style.
combat and trained in all.
I'm a seraphim, descended from a race of mystical warrior angels from the era of the Wars of the Gods. The gods granted the seraphim heavenly magic to weaken their opponents before laying them low with whirling blades.
It's kind of a mixed offensive.
This world. This world.
Oh, yeah, that's, they added
This
that class in,
world.
so I'm not familiar with it, to be fair.
Once there were many like me.
You got a dwarf?
I'm an elf.
Wood elf?
A forest ranger.
I'm a battle mage.
The battle mage.
I'm a dark elf.
The dark elf.
I
the
am
vamp.
the vampire.
I'm a dark elf.
Dark elves are probably the heaviest hitting in the game. Down here you've got your difficulty levels and other things, so you can change it up. You can also put it on hardcore mode. It's got import-export like all the old games used to.
I'm a battle mage,
he's
and apart
solid
from magic, I have
after,
discovered
like,
the
40
warrior's
levels,
arts for
otherwise
myself.
better
I am
for,
skilled in using swords and staves when forced into close combat. But my
multiplayer.
most powerful weapon is
But
the magic.
I'm a dark elf.
We're gonna go with the dark, because, yeah. Now, all of them have slightly... Hey, Jed. Right? Just doing an intro as to what this game is, since we seem to be the only 2 that know about it. Start the game. All of them have slightly different start points in the game, but it's all the same. You're the hero of the campaign, so, you know, you're the main good guy. The main story doesn't change too much, depending on which one you choose to play. So, we're going to go ahead and kick this off. I know, it's an awesome game, and the replayability is amazing. So we're going to kick this off so we can get through the video before it... before it kicks into the stupid ad. Yeah, the battle mage is complicated.
Shada. Noctura premis Shaim. Sakama.
So, this is what happens when you play with things out of your league. So basically you wake up from a dream, all of this, and now you kind of start the main... Oh no, definitely the Dark Elves. We're playing a Dark just because we can. So anyways, yeah, the explosive arrows stuff is really fun. This is just, he's engaged for multiple combat. Really, really easy. Really hard scaling. And even at the later tiers, just broken stuff. I'm gonna hold for a second, let Twitch run its stupid ad, and then we'll go back to discussing. Because it says it's starting soon. Yeah, the Gladiator for Melee is pretty insane. I don't know why the ad's not starting on Twitch, so we're just going to talk until it does. There it goes. Give it a minute here. Yes. Yes. Throwing weapons as the Gladiator was a riot. Alright, there we go. Yes, the most overpowered one, it definitely, I agree, is Vamp. Sunlight damage with her reductions is insane. Her melee output is astounding. And yes, when you get some higher gear, it really counts. So, skipping on to this, this is all your basic help tips. If people have something to talk to you, they've got these quest markers. If you highlight yellow, green is your level, yellow's above, red is higher. So they do have kind of a basic, and then it's moved, mouse click to move, should be left button, right button is your specials, basic inventory, armor slots. Up here is your spec list, and the UI is kind of small because of the overlay that I've got running for it to make it full screen. So it basically just expanded it and left all the icons the same size. So when you get different armor pieces and other things, you can make match set with additional bonuses, total hit points, XP required, and then you can switch over to your attributes. So they did a pretty good job of laying out what they do, what they're worth, what they're good for, that kind of thing. So we're just gonna kind of jump in here. We'll go talk to the person.
The last stage of our escape is before us, my dark elf companion. We must go to Commander Romata at Bellevue Garrison. With my bow and your fighting skills, we should be able to keep the dark elves pursuing us at bay. Let us not waste too much time, as your brothers will never forgive you for following a cry from the heart and leaving the path of the shadows.
Basically,
the blood of our enemies shall drip from our blade.
So you can manually pick stuff up. Otherwise, there's a select all. I don't remember what the button is. This is one of your upgrades. So if you switch tabs here to your combat art, these are all different options. Some of them are more utility, some of them are more defense offense. Most of the time your defense offense is on this side. So this one's a hard hit, so basically you just do a bunch more damage. You've got a rage, so it's kind of a multi-hit, single target. You've got a multi-opponent multi-hit, combat kick, which is kind of fun. This one gives you health. Yes, but I mean later you can get the Rune Keeper to switch them out too. So this one you get, yeah, I focused into like 3. I'm not gonna lie. For him, it's projectile deflection, magic deflection, and then either multi-hits or hard hits, depending on what I feel like doing. This one, after you kill things, you end up regenerating hit points. This is the escape jump. Adrenaline is awesome on the other side, yes. Deflection plus damage upgrades, stun, block chance for ranged, multi-hit, so that's single target. Or sorry, that's the one against multiple opponents. Over here, you've got a confusion, so they kind of just stand around disoriented for a little bit. You got a poison AoE, you've got a fog AoE. This one boosts your attack speed, your poison damage, and fun things like that. This one I don't ever use because it's pointless. Explosive charge, also don't use. And then adrenaline up here is basically the defense version. And then later, you get 4 of these. Slots will expand on the bottom. You get 4 of these, which you can do as combinations. So we'll cover that when we get further and actually get to set that up. There's some armor. So it's melee and fire. Expected protection 23. Constitution +1. So if we switch back over, Constitution's not here because we don't have points in it. Oh, let's zoom back in. Alright. So, Introductions, we already covered that, I don't care. So these guys are way higher. Okay, that's getting really annoying. When you use your specials, they go on cooldown. The higher level they are, the longer they take, but the harder they hit. Yeah. And then basically it's just hold left click to keep engaging, plus left click's your primary move. So this guy's yellow, you can see he goes down fast, that's a poison. In the middle of our map down here, it's got your primary objective quests as to where we're at, where we're going. This map is huge. I mean, huge. So, you've got a lot of territory you can cover as an open world. There are some places I don't recommend going, especially early game. And then the other thing to point out here, might as well go kill stuff. The higher they are, the harder it is for you to hit them. Okay, we just got a level. So, strength is attack rate, melee damage, health points, which is helpful. Physical regen is regen for your hit points and your combat arts, which is also huge. So you do kind of want to run a balance depending on what you're spec'd for. Then you switch tabs. Weapon lore. Basically, it'll lay out. It's a 7% damage boost across everything. Concentration, it helps regen your combat techniques, which is also helpful. So that looks like a 11% upgrade for right now. You're gonna use your weapon lore more just because. Oh yeah, no, I think we've all done stupid mistakes like that, but I try not to do those. I've got enough playtime in here that, albeit it's only on this campaign, I have almost no playtime on the other campaign. So these guys are green, they're at or under our level. Absolute bottom tier is gray, and that does change by what level you are. So we got bracers. Cool. So that's a plus 10% to attack, regen plus 8, which is helpful. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't run that campaign. I like this one. We'll go into it later, but your potions are all down here, so they're all hotkeyed. Health potions. These are for dealing with undead skeletons and stuff later. That's an XP boost. That's a anti-poison. And that boosts your regens. And then over here, you keep seeing this pretty shiny distortion. Wait for it to kick back up. So they've got hiding spots. So when you go and pick those up, you get free stuff. It's handy. Okay, so this is one of your combat arts, but as you can see, its second line is not your class. So you'll see stuff like this is only used by the dwarf. Well, we're not a dwarf, so that sucks for us right now, but it is what it is. So you'll sell those off and or pass them to people that need them if you have allies. We don't have that problem right now. Oh yeah, it's usually trash, for sure. You can click on all the barrels, open all the chests. Every once in a while you find things. When you get into towns, these are your primary, it's storage chests, but it's for you specifically. So This is something that you can throw stuff in and access later. There's almost always healing potions in the wells. Yeah. And as you wander around town, you'll have people approach you. This is a shopkeep emblem. Basic tavern. More stuff to loot. You'll see people with quest markers up above them. By all means, they're voluntary. You don't have to do them, but that's no fun for anybody. Maybe I want to kill a bear. So like any looter, run around, collect all your stuff, especially early game. Yeah. So, most of the weapons are universal. See, this one's got two little emblems here, so these are upgrade slots. For instance, anybody that's used to WoW or something else where you can augment anything, same kind of concept. This is a Dark Elf blade, so that's really nice. That's a way higher damage, but it's 3,000 gold, and we have 164. So that ain't gonna happen. But we can just drop click and sell that. Can always check for armor. In the early games, I don't recommend anything other than health potions, because let's be fair, some of the rings are nice, but not for the cost, and even health potions we can't afford. So we like this, let's see, 20 to 35. Yeah, so we're gonna sell this because we don't need it. We're gonna sell the torch because we don't need it, and we're gonna migrate on. Yeah. And somebody shut the door on us. Now, as soon as we turn in the primary quest, it'll update our compass point, but we're gonna go,
I get 2 little gold for this, actually.
Now you see down here, we've got a quest marker for a smaller quest. So, we're gonna go do this. Go kill some wolves. Dark Elf kind of excels in fast attacks and poison stacking, especially in the late game. And in the top right, under our profile picture up there, you can see the green light is our XP bar, so that's just as you get closer. When you do hit a level, you go back to full health, so some of the time you can cheese your way through that if you're in a situation where you need it. I'm not going to say I have all the paths memorized, but I know where I'm going. So there's our next level. As soon as it's safe to do so, you want to update, just to keep your stuff scared.
Bleed, you miserable creature, bleed.
Right? Alright, so that was all we had to do here. There's some gold on the ground here. Grab our level here. So, periodically you'll unlock new skills and then also gain additional points. I highly recommend dual wielding, in particular for him. Blade combat, Dark Elf specialty, Constitution, increases health and healing rate. Disarming is absolutely hilarious if you stack too many points into it, because anytime somebody tries to hit you, they'll drop their weapons, and then you can pick them up and sell them. Agility, defense, offensive, ridings for horses. I hardly ever use my horse, but I highly recommend dual wielding to start. So we're going to stack all 3 points into that. We're going to go back to strength. That takes care of that level.
Play!
Now, if you go to an area and do a quest that you didn't realize was a quest or you didn't have a quest for, a lot of times it'll update and tell you the quest is completed. And then right here, it gives you a blue marker for if they're completed. I think it's red if it's not completed. It's been a minute. So up here, there should be a big bad bear to kill. Armor, battle axe, if my allied get out of my way here. The graves you can click on. Sometimes there's stuff in them, sometimes it's friendly, sometimes it's junk, sometimes it's not friendly. Our ally got a commission. Now, he will still end up coming back because we don't have the potions for him. So this is a little bit of a longer fight. Head popped off, we're good there. Moving along, we should be good there, but we're not. There's a specific animation. I don't remember what it is. Without having the potions for them, it's there we go. They blow up when they die. We're gonna hang tight for a second so don't go and piss off the bear quite yet. Pretty sure the bear's in here. Yeah, even with the potions for him, some of the time it's still ugly. So we saw there's another hidey place over there. And we're taking bleed damage or something. After a minute, most of the time your allies will come back to life. They're just a little bit slow sometimes. Okay, so the bear's not actually in this one. If you do click somewhere on the map, that means the bear's further out.
Your wish?
As soon as we're done with the wolves, we'll hop down here and go check for secret junk. Oh, a healing potion. Cool. Now you have different, obviously, death animations and fun stuff like that, because you gotta do something fun. I know the bear was out here, but I feel like I'm going too far in. For whatever reason, I know this path, and I'm just gonna run it. Brain's running on muscle memory. When you get later, much later into the game, you can get kill on sight, which is a ton of fun. So if anything's like gray, it'll just die walking in proximity to you. That is
Shall I call for a
hilariously
witness?
entertaining. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so this is the back one through there, so I missed it. If you click on the map, you can zoom. It's got to be down there further. But we're getting off track. So there's a lot of ways to get to different zones. If I keep going that way, I'm going to end up in a zone where I'm going to die in like 2 hits. So we're going to skip that direction for the moment. Just a good old time runner, looter, shooter, hack and slash, entertaining game. Alright, let's see. Let's go for physical regen, get a couple points in that. Dual wielding, weapon lore, concentration we're not using yet. 25 plus 14%. Rather keep what I got. You can equip shields with almost every weapon unless they're a two-handed weapon. So down here you can see since I picked it up, it's a half red, half green. Oh, it's bronze for a starter. I do silvers after my first playthrough. So technically we can equip that there. And that's our two slots for our two hands. Gives us a little bit of defense. Now, since we can dual wield, technically, yeah, I know I'm boring that way. If I stay up on the game, I'm much more likely to restart it at silver. Silver is a lot more entertaining, but plus the loot's better. Difficulties go up and things when you kick the difficulty up. It's the weirdest thing.
Vagabond!
I mean, we could export it and re-import it.
I am with you.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I'm doing this one a little bit more, just as a introduction to the game. For people that aren't familiar with it. Yeah, the scaling is much nicer. The power leveling is much nicer on silver. Not that I would know anything about power leveling characters in zones I'm not supposed to be in, but that is beside the point.
The blood is pulsing in my veins. I'm close to my goal.
We'll see. It'll depend on what I need to do. So instead of having the question mark, now they've just got the exclamation point. So you turn stuff in, they give you free stuff. It's always worth running the quests if you have the time and the will to do it. That one's Gladiator, that one's locked. This one we decided we didn't like as much, so we're gonna hop over here and sell some stuff. Now, some of the time if you get stuff that's too high a level above you, it's level locked as well. Yeah, I think I've played all of the original ones, because I remember when they added the Daemon and the Dwarf, and I don't think they were in the original. I've played the Seraphims, I've played the Wood Elves, I've played the Mages, I've played everybody, except those two. Yellow is a little bit higher level than you, and then eventually they'll turn red for just it's locked, tough luck. So, we're gonna go turn in our main quest here. Kill some more people in the meantime.
I can crush 7 of you at a stroke.
Shiny thing. Yeah. Some of the time the targeting box is a little wonky on this game, but you know. That sounds like a me item. Okay, so when you start getting stuff that's above your level, we've got a movement penalty of 11% there. It's too big and too bulky for us. So you can hang on to it until you hit the level. I mean, we're halfway there, so it's not a big deal. Otherwise, you can be like, not worth it, moving on, and sell it. But you can totally equip it, you'll just take the penalty for it. We're gonna do that just because that one's better than what we've got. And we'll be there shortly. Yeah, the Dark Elf, by the time it gets late game, is just too much fun. That guy wants us to go get something because he forgot it. That's the one that wants us to kill a bear. We need to go sell some stuff.
My friend?
Like most games with NPCs, you can totally swipe their stuff and sell it. Or you can use them as pack mules, whatever works for you. Alright. Attack speed boosts are really nice. And gauntlets. Just because you have a class for something doesn't mean it's the best weapon in the inventory list either. Fair enough. Boots. Boots are really nice to have. Movement speed plus 10, 4% to attack. That is handy. We're going to go ahead and buy that. Because we can, and as soon as we do that, inevitably we'll find a bunch of better ones. Weapons, some of the time these little tiny axes are really, really nice because they're really fast. Yeah, crossbows I don't ever use. I'm sorry, I'd rather just run the difference. They suck in this game. Even as a wood elf, they suck in this game. 931. So let's go ahead and grab that. We're going to sell the shield. That gives us some massive damage output. Amulets, rings. You can put amulets and rings and stuff into your slots. So some of the time that's a good way to go. Alright, that takes care of that. We'll go run your quest for you.
You'll see a result soon enough.
Grab the quest for you so we can remember where the bear is. Oh, that's the blacksmith.
I will carry out the quest
this
in my
is our
own
main
way.
quest.
A deserting dark elf? What was Maegol Carwen, my ranger, thinking of? Well, it is no concern of mine. I want to recruit you for the Valorian troops. Go to Porto Vallon in the southern borderlands and speak to Sergeant Treville. I shall give you a letter of introduction for him. You will serve Prince Valor, who is fighting the orcs of Korad Nur in the south. Take this gold for the long journey and buy yourself a horse from the stables. A word of advice: use the long journey to improve your skills. The likes of Silver Creek and Porto Vallum are more dangerous than these parts.
Second.
To assassinate for humans? That was a great idea.
So there's
This
our next
is where we part,
quest
my
point.
proud Shaharim. Whereas you journey to the...
You really
Blah, 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 we
are
don't care
a
about her.
worrywart.
We'll find her later. While we're up in this range, you can't really see it because they don't show up well. But there's a portal up here. This is how we fast travel for this game. That is a localized portal, so that'll spit you out in one spot. Talk to you.
You'll see a result soon
This,
enough.
however, is the main portals. So this is your fast travel system. Super useful when you need to get around. Most of the primary towns have one, so always good to be aware of. Now we have a bunch of little quests. Where's the blacksmith? Yeah, we gotta go backwards. The goblin one is that way. Some of the time, if you're engaged in combat and you run out of potions and stuff and you're gonna die, the easiest thing to do is run for the nearest portal and go somewhere else. Because there's a couple of those zones. Do. Go talk to her. I don't know where he went. town can't find their blacksmith. They misplaced him. He's currently engaged in a goblin war across the river, but that's beside the point. And then... yeah, I'm like, the book should be right in here somewhere. Is it in this house? There it is. There's the book. Go run it back to the guard, because we're guards, and then take the small portal across. Woohoo! Alright, projectile deflection. That one's actually useful. So, that will pop up over here. We can drop it on our bar down here. Now, even if it's not the ability that you use, when you tap these off, it still resets the cooldown, but it's not as long of a duration. Alright, let's go kill some people. He just killed himself. Alright. And then back that way. And we're stuck on a tree. Some of the time the pathing on these older games is not great.
Soon the blood will flow freely. My goal is close.
Alright, killing goblins. Ooh, stuff. Alright, collecting goblins, 1 of 10. So dual wielding at early level is, I mean, most of the time things are dead by the time your second blow's done, which is awesome. If you have rings that you pick up, they will auto-equip along with any of the other inventory slots, so that's useful. Good old-fashioned quests, run around and collect a bunch of these and take them back. Goblins killed somebody she likes, so now she's mad at them. As long as you're in the same kind of zone. These statues will give you buffs. If it'll target. At least most of them will give you buffs. Now we gotta wander because we've killed all the ones in the immediate area. And if we wander too far away, they stop dropping them. Ooh, shiny spot. I think there's a couple of lost cows out that way. That might be the next town, though. Mentor potions. Those are XP potions. They boost your XP gain for a specific length of time.
Coward!
Alright, there's that quest. So So we'll go up to the blacksmith and then go back and turn both of those in. Blacksmith will give us a weapon after we go and kill some other things. If they are ranged only and you engage them in melee, they will try to run away from you to gain that distance to go back to ranged. Most of the time, if they have a secondary, they'll just switch. That was a 1 XP kill because they're gray and not worth our time. So, moving on upward. I think if memory serves, you can probably spend 20-30 hours on a playthrough here without too much trouble. There's a lot of content in the game. And she's got a quest for us. Here we go. Found a blacksmith. Cool. The goblin stole a blade from him. We gotta go get it back, which is off over this way. If they're gray, they also generally won't attack you. Sometimes they do. A lot of times they decide it's not worth it. Off to the river edge. There's so many side quests and stuff you can do in this game. I know elemental effects are great in this. Like, oh, my head's on fire because I got shot with a flaming arrow. Or, hey, I got a poison cloud on me because I got poison procced. There's another level. Up, dual wielding, weapon lore. Just up here, down below. Now, these guys, the red one over there, can actually summon in reinforcements. So, if you chill out for a little while, and you feel like XP farming, you can leave him alone. He doesn't generally attack you. He does have an AoE. But you can literally run around because he's red, so everything he brings in is red. So then you can just hang tight. Yeah, if you get a whole crowd of them, it's awesome. Because they'll just keep spawning them in. And you could just sit here all day, bank like 4 levels. And because they're goblins, they don't really do a lot of damage. This game's got goblins and orcs and dragons and, I mean, all kinds of fun stuff in the game. Anyways.
Show me how good you are.
Yep. Unfinished prototype of a sword. Sweet. And we can go turn that in. Fastest way back there is through that other portal, but some of the time the portals don't actually show up on the map, so you have to kind of know where they are. Just be careful with your auto walk, because otherwise you'll end up auto walking yourself back and forth through the portal, which is immensely annoying. Not that I would know anything about this. Go talk to him. Go talk to him. Alright. So he gave us a weapon. Blacksmiths have the ability to... this is a sword he just gave us, which is a really nice sword. And you can see on the second line there, sword lore. So if you take points into sword lore, your stuff does way more damage. So our Dark Elf weapons 23 to 39. That is 59 to 88. That is a sizable upgrade, but it's negative 23.5% attack speed because it's above our level. And since we can just take this, so if you take a weapon or anything, you can throw down, and I have nothing that I actually want to put on it, but you can throw your rings and stuff on it. If it'll let me click, you can just drop them on here. It'll tell you how much. Otherwise, you can add basic ones, which are attack speed, defense, or kind of a combination of impacts, which are also nice. The more things that you add, obviously the more it costs. So if you really want to have some fun, I mean, these are 2k per, but if we do that, the base attack speed 17%, we just add another 36% to attack. That's pretty huge. That'll last us for quite a while, and for $2 grand, it's not bad. Everything else here we're gonna go sell off. And we've got one more quest to turn in somewhere. Oh, it's up there. So those kind of things make a huge, huge difference. Sell this all off. At this point I don't care about that either. Make sure... That's a really nice Dark Elf blade. A really nice Dark Elf blade. Always just kind of check and see what they have before you decide to make a decision, but yeah, that's a pretty easy decision for me right now. So we're going to switch that blade, 25 to 42, to 67 to 86. Poison damage goes from 7 to 12 to 20 to 25. So between that and our axe that we just jacked up, we're pretty happy with that for a while. Try not to overbuy health potions if you don't need to, but when everything's yellowed out, it's you don't have enough gold, so it's kind of an internal, just, hey, by the way, you're broke. But you never know when you're going to need them, so you try to keep a healthy supply of them on hand. And you can see where Poison Blade's glowing green over there. Now, by no means is this a full clear of the first town. There's still like 4
My bounty must be
that
near.
I haven't done yet, but the primaries are done and most of the secondaries. Hard hit. Don't mind if I do. So that's now level 2. If you highlight them, normally it'll tell you what they go up to. So next here we had a 2-second increase on its regen, so it takes a little bit longer, but it goes up another 20% on its damage. So, according to our main map, our next town is just over here. You can kind of see these hubs. So there's towns in multiple places. Not all of them are on the map, because like this is a massive city. There's a shopkeep up here. There's a whole nother cluster up here, up here. Like, there's little towns everywhere, but your primaries are marked. And then these emblems you can't really see here, so we'll cover that here in a little bit. This one here, this little, call it what you want, loop, it's a horseshoe. So that's your shopkeep for buying horses. That's your regular shopkeep. Your blacksmith has that hammer. And then we got a rune keeper that we'll see in the next town. So, we're going to migrate on to the next town here. Should probably save. Do we remember what save is? It's one of these. Really hope that was save. Nope. That absolutely wasn't save. Haha. Okay. 1 second here. Hopefully we've got a quick save or an auto save. 7, 8, 22. And we hit the wrong button and just deleted that entire character. Because these saves are all from prior dates. So, I guess we're done for the moment. That really sucks.
I'm a dark.
I guess we're gonna go ahead and kick that back up. They added a bunch of difficulties. It used to only be bronze and silver. Should probably recheck my keys and see what the heck my hotkeys are set to. Because normally it autosaves. Really, really weird. 9625. Oh, there we go. We did get an autosave. It's just at the bottom instead of the top for some reason. Okay, wasn't a total loss. It's been a minute. Ah, F9's quick save, F8's quick load. So we just lost like the last 10 minutes worth of
You really
stuff.
are a worrywart.
Cool, we gotta go grab all the quests again. Rerun that. Otherwise we can just move on to the next town and I'll make it up later. Which is what I'm probably gonna do. That way you guys aren't bored rewatching that. And you can always come back and do other quests as you see fit. Did we... Nope. Shoot. We didn't grab our portal though. I'll come back and redo this off stream so it's not just rinse and repeat. And I've probably got like an hour and then I need to jump off. Check on the wife and kids and everybody. Everybody's kind of out sick this weekend other than me, so it's one of those I'm trying to play games that I can actually pause and go deal with them if I need to, or get them stuff they need. Alright, let's go activate this portal and then we'll continue our run. We're just gonna hop through here and then run down. Save us a couple feet. Maybe. If memory serves, it's a hair quicker to go this way, but not by much.
A massacre than a battle.
And they have funny lines they throw out periodically. Oh, the other thing I was going to say that I forgot is your big main quests. When you turn those in, that kind of resets your spawn point, so if you actually die, you teleport back to that location. This isn't a permadeath kind of system, unless, of course, you turn a permadeath kind of system on. You want us to go kill a bear?
I will carry out the quest
That's
in
the
my
one
own
way back
way.
there.
So
I
don't
was
cry
right in that
about it
area. I just missed
afterwards.
him. Or he... No, I was already in there, so he just wasn't there because the quest wasn't active. That's good to know. It's been a little while. More quests over there. Do you have anything good I need? 13, 9 to defense. Nope. Anything better that I need? It sucks I lost that weapon, because that was a nice weapon, but that is what it is. It's nothing we can't buy later. You don't really have anything good. Cool. We're gonna migrate on to the next town. That's where the gladiator starts back there. There's a big arena there. There's a guard.
On the other side of the bridge.
Don't go over there, it's dangerous.
Now I love
Thanks,
these
I think we're
frightened
fine.
looks.
So, this is one of your rune keepers. Right now he's out of commission because they stole his
It's
books.
open season.
So, this is one of those zones where, because we just crossed the bridge and that was one of our primary checkpoints, if we die we respawn right in this little town. So instead of wasting your health potions on trying to survive this fight in one go, just suck it up and deal with it and walk the 10 feet. Because some of the times you die a few times here, and it's just not worth the cost to really get that potions. And we got a level in the middle, so that helps, but that thing like two-shots us. So, you pop back over here. Since we got a level, we're going to crank those back up some more, grab some regens, move along. Probably do this 2 or 3 times here, and
Show me how good you are.
he's almost dead. Like 1 hit left. Since you don't have armor durability or any of that, it doesn't actually matter. It's just sometimes it's like, oh, that's a 20-minute walk to get back to where we were. Let's pop some potions. Other times you're like, it's fine.
Bark dog!
He died from poison proc. We didn't even hit him. Alright. Go turn this in. So, the rune keepers, in addition to giving you stuff you want, allow you to do this. So, you can do your combination of arts. So, if you wanted to... Oh, I forgot. You gotta pick one of these emblems first. And then you can stack up to 4 abilities. They can be the same, different ones, doesn't matter. I'm not gonna go into that this early because it's a little bit too early. Exchange is your primary tab. So, because there's so many different classes, you can do a two of an art that you can't use or don't want, and it'll give you a random rune of all the classes. You can go a 3-to-1, which gives you a random rune of your own class, or you can go a 4-to-1 and just pick which one you want. Right now, 4-to-1 is more important. There used to be a way where you could do this and it was bugged, so you could do 4, pick the rune, go back to 3, and it would randomly re-roll it. Those were good times. I don't know if that's still in effect. I don't know if they changed it with the gold edition or not. We're looking for adrenaline. So adrenaline's our combat offensive, and then when we have it, we'll grab. Nope, sorry, that's our defense. Next level, we'll grab our offensive, because this just gives us a little bit more survivability early game. So 50% regen plus 25% health regen, or 50% to defense. I can read both lines at the same time. So these guys are super helpful. If you have too many runes and not sure what you want to do with them, dump them in your general chest. That way you can use them later, because you're gonna need them. I don't recommend collecting the whole set. You can mess with them and kind of figure out what you like, but specializing definitely counts for more. Don't need any of that. None of that's any good. That's not. Ooh, I love these things. That one's expensive. Those blades are generally high speed, really high poison damage, and when you start dual wielding them, it's good times. So for the moment, that's the best thing in there. 23 to 39. It might not hurt to do the upgrade, but let's see. Is there a blacksmith in this town? Yeah, it's further down. See if I remember how to get over there, because that's a weird... There's some issues, like you'll see if I zoom in on the primary shopkeepers, it looks like the UI is updated a little bit, but predominantly it's pretty buggy as to the actual locations aren't specific. He's got a good quest for making money.
My blade is thirsty for blood, and this job sounds promising.
They basically need a transport from here to like here, but there's a whole lot of stuff along the way, so I highly recommend if you're going to do that to go make the run first, pre-clear it, and then come get them, because it'll save you from failing the quest. Just little tips. Now, I don't remember where the freaking people were. Oh, that's right, they're over there. How do we get over there? I think it's off of that town. Okay. Saw another hiding place. I think if we go over here, it's the cows. Come on, you can walk. Oh my god. Pathing on old games is amazing. Not that pathing on new games is much better. Come on. Pick it up. There you go. Now, if you have your mongoose, which is your jump, you can use it in certain places in the game to actually jump from point A to point B, which allows you to get into places you're not supposed to be, which is super helpful. Most of the time, if there's little side trails off into Timbuktu, they go to quest markers. Even if they're not marked for it. Or routes to different towns, like I just got a group eliminated, so now I've got a quest to turn something in.
This assignment obviously demands the use
Pick her up,
of
run her back
force.
to the town.
I accept it.
If you see horses laying around, you can totally steal them, which is awesome. They come in handy every once in a while, but it won't let me get on the horse. Get on the horse. Oh, it says I got a horse now. So you can leave them anywhere and basically whistle for them and they come to you. Don't ask me how. I don't know. It's not quite like Skyrim horses where they climb over everything either. They're kind of useless. But they do get you places quicker. Alright, go run her back to her house.
I can feel it. This is the right place.
And then she's actually one of the ones that drops her bow, which is nice. So we can go sell that off. But we can do that. And then we'll go off to the next town because I want a blacksmith and I don't feel like going and retrieving the first one already. Now you will see the weapons that we were just looking at are different, so they are not always the same. Some of the time, if you are really looking for potions or things, most of the time they change out their inventory every time you jump back in, which is handy and really annoying all at the same time. So it kind of depends on what you're looking for, if that helps you or hinders you. Amulets, nothing serious that we need there. Cool. Moving along. Really like that blade. And I've got enough money for the blade. That's adrenaline. The one we just took? I think it is. Yeah. Okay, let's grab that. And then we'll sell the low tier. The ones with the slots are obviously worth more because you can do cooler things to them. But for the moment, that gives us a really nice poison stack. These are oranges, so these are higher level anyway. Now, I think... Yes, I did. Always keep this one up if you can. Health regens. These soak up and migrate to you, and they're 40 HP per, so that is a super useful ability to have up. Especially when you get into the multi-hits, so you're attacking multiple opponents at the same time.
My knees are knocking with fear. And you are the leader of these deadbeat losers, are you? Then go and keep them company.
Also gives you... Why are we retargeting? Also gives you a little bit more survivability for boss fights. Now this guy, obviously we gave him a hand, now there's a quest marker, so as soon as we're done cleaning up... Thanks, the Minotaur killed a bunch of people. Here's a reward. Sweet. One dead Minotaur. That was an interesting warp in. Okay, roll one, where's the roll one? Nothing we need. Oh, we got a level. Let's get physical regens. And we got another new skill. So, blade combat is extremely helpful, but we're actually going to go money making and take points in disarm. So, I always try to keep at least one of these maxed, because dual wielding is going to be our primary later game. And then this gives us a 1% chance on hit when they hit us to get a disarm, which is just fun. When you stack that thing up to, like, you know, 40-50%, it's really funny. Ideally, we need the blade lore for the Dark Elf, because then the Dark Elf weapon that we're wielding, the one that looks like a bat'leth, I'm not going to say it was inspired from there, but one does have to wonder. You start stacking the attack speeds on those, and they're crazy late game. And instead of wasting health potions, this does the same thing, so just hang tight for a second here. Because we didn't have it up before these went down, we won't get those guys, but we can go use these guys. And they kind of just drift around and follow you, so if you're on the run, is what it is. But look, full health again. Didn't even have to waste potions, and we're going in the wrong direction. Like any of the old games, if you start getting overloaded on inventory, you go through and, you know, figure out what's worth the most, and then what's got the most slot cost, and alter your inventory accordingly. Alright, there's a little town up here. Don't need that.
Stay where you are.
Because he was low enough health when he ran away, he was going to die from poison proc, so there's no point in chasing him. So when you get high enough on your poison specs, just make sure you've got constant hits on everybody, not just single target. It's one of the reasons I stack multi-hits, so you can attack multiple opponents. Yeah, he's still gonna live, but he'll come back in a second. The Seraphim wings are extremely inefficient for inventory management. Well, this is gonna be fun.
Yes, go on, run, you rat!
Here's another level. He doesn't seem like he's wanting to get a move on. Fine, let's let him move along. The only time I keep them alive is if they're red, because it's worth more XP.
Vagabond!
I want it.
Obviously, we got rooted there for a second. Pick up anything good? Oh, still getting shot at. Okay, we got another level. Physical regens. Definitely take another point in there. Disarming. Dual wielding. Where are we at? Just below the town. See, 1 that one, he dropped it before he died because he got disarmed. And we're only at like a 1.2% chance.
Forget it.
Don't like you or your quest. Mostly I'm trying to get somewhere. We picked up another adrenaline and we didn't even know it. Alright, 17 plus 9 to defense, plus 10 to attack. I'm just going to keep the ones I've got for right now. 37 versus range, don't care. Amulet plus 3 for attack speed, that is useful. But we're not going to spend that kind of money on it. 1 second here, let me get this annoying thing out of here. Peel him off in the middle of the town here. I think there's a blacksmith. There's a horse keeper. There's a rune trader. Is there a blacksmith here? Doesn't look like it. Okay, cool. Well, this game doesn't really have a pause. Oh, we only have 3. This game doesn't really have like an actual pause, so if you're talking to a shopkeeper, you're still gonna get engaged. Alright, so we need to hit the next town. Just gonna keep that up. I feel like the loot tables are better on the harder difficulties as well. But disarm, even though it's not like, I mean, yes, it's useful, but it's also one of the fastest ways to make money in the game, because when people hit you, they drop the weapons, and they're not guaranteed to drop them when you kill them. So you can use that for making a lot of money. Especially if it's a first play. Phone's blowing up. Nothing important. Okay, moving on. Hang tight for a few seconds. Normally I throw this in with the defense-offense combo and turn it into one of the combat arts. I normally do one that's offensive and one that's utility. Eventually you'll have 4 slots on each side down below. 4 different weapon slots and 4 different augments. So you'll have plenty of space to deal with it later. We're just not there yet. They're yellow, it's not worth it.
Come back.
Almost to the next little town here. Free weapons. Love that. level, so we don't have to worry about healing.
Yes, go on, run, you rat!
Sweet, there's another rune we don't need. Really need to get to Port of Balam. Grab a couple of mongoose levels, and we can scale up to a zone we're not supposed to be in. Keep doing that. And then, if we didn't notice, he's got like arrows and stuff around his circle. That just basically means he's a special unit, boss unit, whatever. He's above basic. It's kind of how they prioritize what your important targets are. Some of the time it's better to kill them first, some of the time it's better to get rid of their minions and then kill them. Kind of depends on who it is, what you are.
This is
that
where
kind of
the
thing.
Valam begins. A wild land full of secrets.
This is the town I was trying to get to.
I see orcs, the former slaves of my people. And for this
so we meet up with him, he
scout,
tells us we need to head down south, go get this guy, run him down into this section, and then all of this is open explore. There's some dragons and some strongholds and stuff down here. Can't get into the middle section because there's a gate there, it's locked until later in the game. Here's our other teleporter. Now this town is like under siege the whole time, so it's really annoying to shop in. But we have stuff to get rid of. This will probably also be the town that we take a break in and go check on the kids and the wife and get lunch going for people, that kind of thing. Alright, shopkeep should be over here. Rune keep's down there. Revenge, hard hit, confusion. Confusion I don't use, so honestly, even though it's mine, I'm gonna end up scrapping that one because I just don't care. So, we need to exchange. And we're gonna throw this into the first rotation so we don't have it laying around and be like, oh, is that useful? We got adrenaline last time, we're looking for testosterone this time. That takes care of that. That is an amulet, so we're going to sell those off. That was all we needed. Oh, the combat arts, though. If we do this, you can set, because we're high enough, we can. So you can do combos like this. So that's your health regen. That's good to pop as soon as you can get into a combat situation. And then, did I put those in the right order? No. Defense up first and then offense. And then you just forge this into one of these, drop it down here. Now that's an 86-second regen, so that takes a little while. But then you hit one button and it pops all three of these in a chain sequence instead of trying to pop them all individually and deal with individual cooldowns. So it's good to have a utility one, it's good to have an offensive one. Let's sell a bunch of stuff we don't need here. Agility +1. I'd rather keep the helm I've got. Do we have anything? Like I said earlier, it's always good to just kind of skim through and see what's here in case you need something. But for right now, ooh, That's a really nice axe, but we've got the other one. It's about a 15-point damage upgrade, but that's about it. So it's not really worth spending money on. We've kind of running on whatever armor we've picked up. So Dex +1, 4% to attack. That's much better than what we've got. Speed 17 boots. I don't see anything that I really need to upgrade. On the top of this one it says Shabby Armor 02, so you get bonuses if you make match sets. It's pretty minor to start, but when you get into like the legendary equipment and stuff, it adds up. So, no, it doesn't look like there's anything we need there. So we're gonna run back at the blacksmith. I think he's this way. Yeah. So this is going to be expensive, but we're going to take our axe. It's already got an attack speed of 17, and we're going to stack in 3 of these attack speeds. So that's another 36% to attack. We can't do anything with the main, so that's not important. Helmets, we can run attack speed, defense, otherwise combination stuff, which is also nice because that stacks up some of your damage. But honestly, if you focus Dark Elves into attack speed, it's great. You don't need defense if everything's dead. I do tend to run defense on at least a couple of pieces though, just to have it. So we just added what, 60, 70, 74% to attack between that and 24% on our defense. We don't have anything else that needs done, and we spent like 6-7k to do it. So, I mean, the attack speed difference is pretty crazy. Go find something. Always when you need something, is there nothing to kill? So, I mean, that's a pretty huge jump right there. Now, inevitably, as soon as you do this, you get better equipment, and you're like, crap. So, just good things to know and be aware of. But, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and take a pause break here, so I'm gonna drop the stream. Just kind of wanted to show this game off. I'm sure it's one not too many are familiar with, but it's great and entertaining. There's so many customizations, so many build paths, so much you can do with it. But I'm going to actually jump off and check on everybody for a little while here. I think I might be doing some Halo CE later on Legendary too, so I'm not really sure, but as long as everybody's feeling miserable, I might as well play some games and do some streaming. So, anyways, yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know, but I'm going to go ahead and drop out, so I will talk to you guys here later.